It's time now for the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament on the Central Iowa Sports Network. From the smallest towns to the biggest cities, watch the Iowa girl compete for the title of state champion. CISN.TV's coverage of the state tournament is presented by Mid-American Energy, Schottenkirk Chevy of Waukee, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottlers. Also brought to you by the Iowa Pork Producers, Shields, Fairway Foods, Una Vista University, the Better Business Bureau. Now let's go courtside at Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines for state tournament basketball.
Welcome to Wells Fargo Arena here on CISN.TV. Darty Angelson alongside Andy Pollock as we get ready to bring our second Class 2A semifinal here today, as we have 3 more games left in the semifinals before we get to the championship Friday night games. And we're going to start with breaking news, Andy, and some big news here on the front here for Cascade.
Yeah, we found out shortly before the teams took the court that Cascade's second leading scorer, Abby Ruggeberg, not available today for Cascade. So we've seen we saw in that first round matchup with Cascade her getting some really foul trouble. So we've seen the team play without her, but we'll see them play an entire game without her today.
And so far we haven't got any clarification, and just that she's not on the roster. We don't know what happened with that, and I'm sure that'll come out later. But the key to that is, how does the team, now you've coached a long time, and you've had those sometimes with an injury you don't know it's day to day, but then there have been times when you've had a player, something happens and they're not there for the big game.
And no one is thinking about that more than Coach Mike Sconser right now, I promise you. The kids are resilient. I'm not sure they quite understand the magnitude. The coaches are thinking through their head the entire time, what could go wrong, what can happen, but the kids, they can usually handle this stuff pretty well. They don't quite think about all the bad things that can happen like the coaches.
That's the thing. That's a nice thing about the teens. Sometimes they just go out and play. Well, we adults worry about stuff more than we should, and especially the coach, because that's the number one job of the coach, is worry about that stuff. But they do play quite a few players here.
They do, yep. We saw 8-9 girls play in that first round game. So they've been rotating 8, 9, even 10 girls at points throughout the course of the year. So we'll see what sort of adjustments Cascade makes. We'll also have to see what North Union, how they change things up.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you. Sometimes I've been in a couple games where the star player in the other team got hurt and he goes out, and sometimes it affects that other team a little different, because the team that loses the player, they get a surge and everybody knows they got to step up. Well, the other team, sometimes you can ease off and think, well, man, they're losing a 13-point scorer, or whatever, and you might ease off a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see how North Union handles this.
Sure, and North Union got here by playing great defense and hitting some timely shots. They've got a game plan to deal with Ruggeberg right now. We'll see what the adjustment is for them when they realize she's not out there playing. I'm not sure how widely publicized it was out on the court or amongst the players, but with her not out there, you identify her as a shooter. Now all of a sudden you've got girls looking around to find where that shooter is on the court.
And they're coming in number 7 against number 3, so they are, they're the underdog, and they got that mentality anyway to try to advance to the title game.
They are. I suppose you could call them the cardiac kids right now, or I dare say maybe even a team of destiny right now, North Union. In that regional final, we saw them knock off the defending state champs from a year ago with Hallie Reese knocking down a 3-point shot at the buzzer. If you haven't seen it yet, you can find it on YouTube, you can find it on Twitter. It's all over the place. Very dramatic. And then, of course, in that quarterfinal matchup, Chloe Lofstrom steps up. She had 9 rebounds in the game. Really big one at the end with 7 seconds left, and with 17 seconds left, she was able to hit a free throw, and that's what really sealed it for North Union. So a couple really tight wins for North Union. We'll see what happens here today.
We saw already the top seed is knocked out. Grundy Center punches their ticket with a big defensive performance there, holding Trainer down, and they made the adjustments, Grundy Center, with the defense throughout that game.
They really did. They held Trainer about 25 points below their average, right around there, 25, 24 below their season average. You saw Trainer make a run for it in the second half, but just too slow of start in the first half, too much for Trainer to overcome.
So the winner of this one, Cascade North Union, they advance to play Grundy Center tomorrow night at 5 o'clock back here at Wells Fargo Arena. And it's going to be an interesting matchup here with the changes, the late news that we talked about. And then coming up, we'll have the 1A quarterfinals coming up at 1:30. Springville and Exira, Elkhorn, Kimmelton, then Newell, Fonda, and Central Decatur wrap up the semifinals before we go to the championship games. 6 o'clock, Class 5A, and then at 8 o'clock, well, that's Iowa City High and Iowa City West. Then at 8 o'clock, Marion and Grinnell. Now we're going to go over to our public address announcer, Joe Hammond. He's going to introduce the teams for you here today.
IGHSAU Iowa Farm Bureau Girls State Basketball Semifinal matchup featuring the number 7 seed North Union Warriors and the number 3 seed Cascade Cougars. And it's now time to introduce the players in today's semifinal matchup. First, for the non-starters and assistant coaches, for the number 7 seed North Union Warriors. Number 1, Victoria Blumenthal. Number 2, Haley Tierbold. Number 3, Maddie Rolling. Number 5, Brooklyn Prokniak. Number 10, Hope Steenberger. Number 13, Vanessa Von Bank. Number 14, Chelsea Glass. Number 15, Rory McClellan. Number 20, Skylar Morphew. And number 25, May Laverty. The assistant coach for North Union is Joe Pokey. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the number 3 seed, Cascade Cougars. Number 2, Skylar Dolphin. Number 4, Zoe Ryan. Number 14, Morgan McCullen. Number 20, Haley Hannon. Number 24, Maida Berthfeld. Number 30, Madison Gale. Number 32, Robin Tagus. Number 34, Mae Felton. Number 40, Molly McAmeal. Number 42, Jess Hoffman. And number 44, Abby Ruggeberg. The assistant coach for Cascade is Ernie Bolaball. And now, let's meet your starters for both teams. For North Union, a 5'8" senior, number 12, Kate Anderson. And for Cascade, a 5'5" sophomore, number 0, Nicole McDermott. For North Union, a 5'9" senior, number 21, Hallie Reese. And for Cascade, a 5'7" senior, number 10, Annie Ryan. For North Union, a 5'11" sophomore, number 22, Chloe Lostrom. And for Cascade, a 5'10" sophomore, number 12, Jordan Simon. For North Union, a 5'5" senior, number 23, Brianna Anderson. And for Cascade, a 5'10" junior, number 22, Rachel Crum. For North Union, a 5'7" senior, number 30, Samantha Hagedorn. And for Cascade, a 5'8" sophomore, number 50, Abby Walter. The head coach for North Union is Merle Tigas, and the head coach for Cascade is Mike Scanza. The officials for today's game are Chris Ehlers, Lance Plager, Todd Sadler, and Garrett Wirtz. Welcome North Union and Cascade to the 2018 Iowa Girls Tournament.
And there you have it. Well, Ruggeberg is here. She's in street clothes, but she is going to be on the bench today and will not be starting.
Or playing.
Or playing, yeah. Or playing. Yeah, she will not be playing at all. And I'm sure we'll find out later in the post game. But we got basketball to play now. We are going to set up the final team that meets Grundy Center in the title matchup tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Keys, Andy, the start here.
Well, it's going to be obviously for Cascade how you adjust without Ruggerberg. Super soft. Nicole McDermott went for 20 and 8 in that last game at the point guard. She's silky smooth around the basket. She's a long body. She's got the ball right now. We'll see how she can handle this team today.
Cascade wins the tip here, as you saw, high above Wells Fargo Arena. And a drive, reverse. Layup by Abby Welter.
Abby Welter with her start, getting the start today in place of Ruggerberg, and makes her presence known immediately.
And sometimes you'll see a player get that start and they will respond. And up quickly, block, put back up and good by Chloe Lofstrom.
Lofstrom's so good, and she gets a lot of rebounds in there for the Warriors.
Back trading baskets here in the first minute. Up high, McDermott over the right side. Over the top to Simon. Simon looks at the three, short. Rebound comes out of there, and here's Brianna Anderson on the run. North Union there in the dark uniforms. The three is up, no good. Rebound pulled down and a foul. Simon is fouled from behind on the rebound by
Hagedorn.
Hagedorn,
yep. Taking a peek, just watching North Union right now on defense. They've really extended out Lofstrom on that middle part of their 2-3 zone. I think you might see some open shots down there. They're really going to dare Cascade to feed it down there, I think.
Left side to Simon. Back up top, McDermott. She'll be the one that triggers everything. So far, now she dribbles into the middle, and a little floater is good.
Mentioned it earlier, but McDermott with 20 points in that first round game, and we haven't seen many players in this tournament finish so well around the basket like she does. The strength, but then to get there, but then also the finesse to finish.
Little pressure up top. Now they throw it across. Three is blocked. And everybody kind of stopped. I don't know. I thought I heard a whistle, but
I'm not sure Rachel Trum even knew that the ball was blocked. She was boxed out for a rebound, ended up hitting her in the back.
Ended up going off out to North Union. Well, it just happened so quickly, and attempted a steal by McDermott will stay with North Union there.
I believe it was McDermott that came flying in from nowhere to get that block. She's only 5'5", but we talked about this in the quarterfinal game too. Cascade just so long out there. You see that with their arms. Just they're all over the place, constantly harassing you on defense. Look how much they extend their 2-3 zone defense.
Into the post, back out, around, rotated for three. Rattles down, no good. Rebound, battle for it to be a tie-up, and that'll stay with North Union.
And that's a good shot for North Union. Hagedorn shoots well from three-point land. They're rotating the ball very well early on against this 2-3 zone. Cascade really known for that defense, but man, it's not a sit back and just watch you play 2-3 zone.
Here's North Union into the post, back outside. Look at the three, now the drive. Looking for the cutter across the baseline. And nice little dribble in, get the open shot, but missed it. And the rebound to Ann Ryan for Cascade. Here come the Cougars. Working patiently against that 2-3 zone. Dermott drives in, kicks out for three. No good. Long rebound is pulled down over there by Hagedorn.
And that's not a bad shot at all for Cascade either. Annie Ryan, the career leader in three-pointers.
Inside, up, and the scoop and the foul. Chloe Lofstrom from North Union.
Chloe Lofstrom comes into the game. She averages 17 points and 9 rebounds a game, and we've already seen her really make her presence known, especially on the offensive end. She's made some big plays down the stretch here for the Warriors.
And gives us our second tie, but she can change that quickly and give them their first lead, which she does. A 1-point lead here, 5-4 in the early going of this one.
Lofstrom, just a sophomore, a couple of really nice young players we've seen in this tournament.
There's a three, long three, way over the top of the basket there. And she kind of says, oh, well, I shot that and it was a little long. We've seen those side angle, not straight on the baseline, but a little angled shot sometimes go a little wide.
Yeah, there's not the tight walls of a normal gym that you play in.
Pressure here. They get it over. Fake by Hagedorn. Now take it away inside. Trevold.
McDermott really created that steal.
And she missed the three, and then she gets a steal coming back. Back outside for three. High bouncer off on the rebound. He's going to be taken there off the miss by Ann Ryan.
Neither team able to find the range from outside here early on.
Hagedorn over for three. Rattles in, and Kate Anderson gets one that just rattle her down and goes.
And those are the shots that are going to have to be hit against to really force Cascade to rotate their zone around a bunch.
And so they doubled up here with the three, 8-4 against Cascade. The drive and the shot off, no good. And the rebound comes down to North Union.
Every rebound early on has been going to Chloe Lofstrom.
Out wide with it. Anderson crossed, now down on the post, double team. And they'll throw it back out. Almost a steal out front. And Bergerman pulls up, and the foul.
It's going to be underneath.
Yeah, so the basket will count, I think.
They got Lofstrom, I believe, for the foul. Are they going to count the shot or not? I'm not sure.
Let's see.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, okay. So the bucket counts, and then the foul on the rebound. And who did you say that was against?
Chloe Lofstrom they got for it, her first.
So the second team foul on North Union. But they probably won't mind that right now, trading that bucket for the foul.
Correct.
That gives them a 6-point lead, the biggest of the game here. Down on the baseline, now back up. Brooklyn Prochniak in there, and then a foul on the drive. There'll be two shots and send Anderson to the line.
That's one thing you got to be careful about in your zone defense. The whole purpose of the zone is to not let the person with the ball out of your zone, and right there, Hagedorn made it a little bit too easy.
And there's the free throw.
That's a big foul, too, because Lofstrom's going to get her second, and she'll have a seat on the bench now, and we're just over halfway through the first quarter, and she is really the bulk of the scoring for North Union. So now both teams really without one of their bigs.
It's a 6-0 run there, and hits the two free throws and cuts the lead to 4. And here comes North Union with the lead. Anderson up to Hagedorn. They rotate it around, now in on the block. Back outside for three, no good. Rebound, just over the outstretched arms, but running in, getting it, and putting it back up is Anderson.
Anderson's so good with the left hand. You watched her follow that shot, and she was able to come across that left hand. That's a tough shot to hit.
And the three is off. Long rebound pulled down by Reese.
North Union very good on the boards here early.
Now in on the block. They go inside, back outside, rotate it. Baseline, throw it out. Up top to Hagedorn. A lot of good passing. Here's a three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Jordan Simon on the other side.
North Union's getting the looks they want right now. That's a great look at the three, but they're just not able to hit very many. Neither team hitting well from three-point land here early.
Send it across to Ann Ryan. Now back over the top. Dermott pulls up, hits it.
And that's a tough shot to defend. It almost looks like she's just taking a token dribble and immediately goes from the dribble into that quick release. And, I mentioned the smoothness that McDermott brings to the game, and it's poetry, really, when she's got the ball in her hands.
And nice job to knock it away inside on the entry pass. And Cascade will come up with it.
And Trum's going to be called upon. We're there with her deflect. She's going to be called upon to do a lot more today for Cascade.
Long three is an air ball that time by McDermott.
Couldn't quite find the range there. Sometimes I think you don't quite know where you are on the court. That NBA three-point line out there, the NBA D-League three-point line that's out on the court, maybe give you a little false sense of security from where you're shooting from.
Yeah, and even if you played her a game before, it's still you're kind of looking down in the moment, and sometimes you throw up a little bit longer one than what you want. 1:55 to play here. North Union with the ball back, and across the top, trying to work that zone.
That's where they want to get it, right there in the high post.
Triple team, but she goes right on through it. Hallie Reese.
North Union looks a lot more comfortable than we've seen a lot of teams against Cascade play right now on offense.
Down, shot rolls out, and then the rebound comes out long, and they'll rotate it over. On the drive, Ryan pull up, and she draws the foul late, and we'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Reese slid underneath her just a little bit, and it wasn't a ton of contact, but when you're in the air, it doesn't take much to throw off that shot. Annie Ryan, a 61% free throw shooter, senior with her twin sister on the team, Zoe, as well.
Here's the first free throw.
We will see Zoe at some point here today.
And Trum back into the lineup. As Ryan will get the second free throw. Up and good. Back down to a 4-point lead. 6 is as big as it's gotten here so far for North Union. Knocked away on defense, and wow, what hands out of Andy Pollock.
They don't call them lineman hands for nothing, folks. When they say I have lineman hands, I take that as a compliment.
And the only problem there, you should have passed it to me for the shot, man. Don't hold the ball like that.
Can you hit a 30-footer from here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm good anywhere.
Back from old Janesville High School.
I cross the half line, I'm good. There's a 3 up, no good.
Get you over to the YMCA some evening. Test that theory.
I told Tammy Blackstone I was only about 970 points away from being a 1,000-point scorer, so I'm right in there. Under a minute, the runner goes.
And that's smooth too, man. Jordan Simon. That's very smooth in the lane. She found herself. I'm not sure she knew what she was going to do with it when she went up into the air, but once she got there, that was a nice looking shot.
Cuts the deficit to 2 inside. Back out. Anderson over. Just a lob on the baseline. Jumper rolls in and out and rebounded by Walter. So Cascade, we'll see if they play for one here. A chance to tie it or take the lead on a 3. Simon going to drive right in there and gets a block. So now North Union has a decision, and coach calling for the wheel from the sideline and knocked away. Good hands by Rachel Trum. Skylar Dolphin comes in, and Hagedorn comes in. Dolphin for Cascade and Hagedorn for North Union with 1.3, so you got to catch it quick and shoot it here. Lob it out high. Hagedorn for 3. Good! At the buzzer.
No doubt about it. We were right on line with it as soon as she let it go.
You could see that perfectly through, so buzzer beater puts North Union up by 5 after 1. Back with the second period after this on CSN.TV.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
I don't know, just the opportunities I've had, the people I've met, I couldn't have imagined a better college experience. The professor gets to know you really quickly. I know that people know who I am and that they care about me. With the opportunities I have here, I'm going to be able to succeed. Now I just feel like I can do anything.
Back here to action. They had a buzzer beater there at the end of the half that made it a 5-point lead for North Union, 17-12, but really no big runs in the action yet here, Andy Pollock.
No, it hasn't. You know, just kind of glancing through the first quarter statistics, it's been rebounding. North Union just one and done for Cascade every time, and they've also given themselves a couple second chance opportunities. They lead that rebounding battle 12-6, have doubled up Cascade.
And take it away up top. Over on the right side, driving, Hagedorn puts it up and gets it blocked as she tried to drive into two defenders there.
I'm not sure that's where Hagedorn wants to get the ball.
And back the other way with it. There's a three, good!
The long arms of Jordan Simon. It's almost like from that three-point line, she just sets the ball right into the hoop.
And it's the Shields' three-point play by Cascade.
North Union's done a really good job of identifying the soft spots in the zone so far and gotten some great looks because of it.
Three the other way, that the rebound knocked out of there, is kept by North Union. And that one's up and no good, and rebound by Simon on the other side. So here's a chance to tie it up here. And it hasn't been tied since 4-4 in the first quarter. Inside and then stripped from behind and a foul called on Rachel Trum.
Trum got herself in some trouble there,
Yeah.
but was able to probably get bailed out just a little bit. You saw her get surrounded as she got the ball at the elbow. You know, I'm so impressed right now watching North Union swing the ball. They've identified that soft spot in the zone. They've been able to get it there and then create some good looks off of it.
There's the baseline inbound. They look for the play, the cutter coming in, Simon, but couldn't get it to her, so they'll bring it back out to McDermott. She looks at the three, now they'll rotate it. Simon will put up the three short, and the rebound comes out to Bruggeman, or not Bruggeman, Hagedorn.
If she can hit a couple more of those right now, she's got one, but if she can hit a couple more, she's going to really soften up what the Warriors can do.
Up and good.
Lofstrom, so good. I can't say it enough, so good around the basket.
7 for Lofstrom. And back up to a 4-point lead. Biggest has been 6 for North Union so far in this first half. Look to drive, but the defense stops the ball. Simon now for three, and that's short. And a tie-up will go to North Union. Simon had a couple good looks there, just a little short on those threes.
Yeah, she certainly has it, and she shoots better than 30% from three-point land, so she can't get frustrated with missing a couple. She's got to continue to shoot from there. She's going to get her opportunities.
Pressure again. Hagedorn gets through it, all the way down, over the top, no good, and Simon rebounds it on the other side for Cascade, and she might have got poked in the eye a little bit. Rubbing her eye as she came down the floor. Kicks it out for three, no good. Rebound comes out long, no, and a battle for it, and there's going to be a push called. As I think Trum got the push.
Yeah, and Trum didn't argue with it. It looked like there might have been not a whole lot of contact, but I think in that from our angle right there, Trum was not putting up too much resistance to that call.
Second team foul. That's in the old NBA loose ball foul, I think they call that.
You know, as we sit here right now in Cascade, starting to play better right now without one of their best players there.
That's knocked away there. You talked about it. Ann Ryan get the hands up on defense. And here they come.
The longer Cascade can play and stay in this game, the more dangerous they will become.
Welter drives, puts it up off a little hard, and the rebound outletted quickly to Katie Anderson. Now back inside. On the drive, up and under, and good by Hallie Reese.
And that's probably one of the cases right there where not having Ruggerberg around, she's your presence down low. Reese, though, finding her way. You know, this is probably one of those games where we've seen girls finish the best around the basket. We've seen a lot of girls get to the basket and not be able to finish, but here they do.
Welter fouled. And Hagedorn. 16 foul already now.
2 on Hagedorn.
And Welter goes to the line and misses the first one. She's got 2 points. She hit that first field goal, didn't she?
Yes, right away, reverse layup.
And she'll get one more here. And leaves that one short, and the rebound comes off to Lofstrom for North Union. They're trying to build on their 6-point lead.
Both teams shooting quite a ways under their 3-point percentage for the season.
Inside and blocked from behind by Walter that time. She got over the top of Hallie Reese's shot and blocked it.
I'll finish that. Shooting under their 3-point percentage here for the season, but they've had good looks.
At it, yeah.
If they can hit a few of these, you could see one of these teams create some separation.
Outside with it, McDermott. Welter, Simon drives in, runner doesn't go, and man, tough break for Simon as that hit the rim and just bounced over her head because she was right there to rebound it.
Her arms kind of get up above everybody else when she gets in there.
Left wing back inside. Now out to Anderson. They look for Reese cutting through the middle. And that one's blocked. Simon gets a block. Here comes Cascade.
There you see a challenged three-pointer. One of the first times we've seen that.
And pull up, jumper, good. Man, anywhere on the floor, she's got that sweet little stop and pop, doesn't she?
And she's so quick, that initial stutter off the dribble, too. That's what created that separation, allowed her to make that shot.
4-point ball game, 3:07 to go in the first half. We'll be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. New 18 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power price, $99 per month lease. $99 per month. New 18 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. $219 per month lease. 18 Equinox. $199 per month lease. New 18 Cruise LTs. $18,790. Hurry in for best selection. The Power Price Event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Wells Fargo Arena. We're in the second 2A semifinal. Winner advances to meet Grundy Center tomorrow night in the 2A title game. Anything you see in the stats there right now, Andy Pollack?
Well, right now it just continues being North Union dominating the boards. They are up 19-11, including 5 offensive rebounds, so 5 second chances for them.
Inside, knocked away, and Cascade can't get to it before it bounces on the baseline.
You're starting to see a lot more shots challenged, not only down low, but outside around the three-point line, too. So
now both these teams are sending out the defense. Quick catch and release by Hallie Reese, and just got it away before anybody could get there.
That's really what separates a lot of the good basketball players we've seen, is that quick release and the ability to get up in the air in a hurry, from ground to air in a hurry.
Those are drills you practice on, getting the ball in a position to shoot, and some players it's natural. Here's Simon, and again, short. Her last 3 attempts, she's been a little short on that 3.
She can't let that rattle her confidence. Going to have to keep shooting.
Left wing all the way across the top for 3. Good! By Rory McClellan.
Just said it, if one of the teams can start hitting some of their looks. There it was.
So a 9-point lead, the biggest of the game here for North Union. Cascade. Now they'll try to answer. On the dribble, step through and just leaves it short. Welter battling for the rebound, put back up, no good. And now taken away.
Look at that ball handling.
McDermott behind the back, goes down, stops, and just a little short, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, slapped out of there. Cascade will run it down. Ryan, and then knocked away.
Yeah, as Ryan was falling out of bounds, I think she panicked a little bit,
Yeah.
just tried to chuck the ball up in the air, and then she gets a frustration foul.
Yeah, and then she, man, she was determined there, wasn't it? She came back, she was kind of mad, and ends up getting the foul.
That's just her first.
First,
and,
yeah.
no
Team
one in
third.
any foul trouble at all for Cascade right now.
No.
They have a few to give, and we saw that in the quarterfinal game. They can get a little more aggressive than what they've been on defense here so far.
And North Union has 6, so Cascade will be shooting. Next foul inside into the post, back out for 3. Good! Brianna Anderson, your Shields 3-point play. And the lead now up to 12.
They're gonna really force Cascade out of their comfort zone if they continue to hit those shots.
1 minute to play, first half. Drive Simon into 2 defenders and just lost the ball there, is right into their bodies. No foul because it really just ended the contact.
A lot of frustration on the faces of the gals for Cascade right now. They need to get in the halftime locker room and regroup right now. North Union really starting to take it to them. Here's another look. Nope.
Nope, she pulled up Anderson that time. Now inside to Reese and blocked away out of bounds.
A lot of contact out there, but they're letting it go both ways right now. And as a football guy, it's been very entertaining to watch it.
Too, as long as defensively you're straight up, and like that time down there, she drove right into the defenders, and they just stood there, and she lost the ball. So, and you have the right defensively to that area.
Absolutely.
Out high, over to Anderson, now down to Reese. She looks baseline drive. They'll throw it back up, and whoa. This one goes all the way out.
Souvenir almost there.
Yeah. Peter Tarpey was protecting the computer and the camera. That's why he did not catch that ball, he claimed.
A little nervous down there. See Pete with a lot of electronic equipment in front of him down there. You can see on the screen right now.
Okay, that explains it. Zoe Ryan's number 4. I had her on the sheet here as
yep.
number 3. That messed me up there.
You can
for a
tell
minute.
the one that looks a lot like Annie Ryan.
Yeah. I looked at that number and I thought, wait a minute. She's back into the ball game. Dolphin right now kicks it out, and jumper off, rebound, put back up, and the foul on Zoe Ryan draws the foul.
Ryan only in there at about 5'4", and she's able to get 5'5", and she's able to go up and get that rebound and give herself a second chance. I think she might have got lost out there.
McClellan with the foul. It's the 7th team foul. Ooh, that one just scoots over the top and out for Zoe Ryan. So she'll get another free throw with 3.9 seconds to play. Hits it. Cuts it down to 11-point lead here with 3.9 to play. You need a long pass. If you get a long pass, maybe one dribble and a shot, but not much more than that.
They'll just let it go.
Yep, they're just going to run the clock out and be happy to go to halftime with 11-point lead. So let's take a break. We'll do that. We'll come back and talk about the halftime stats and have our halftime guests after this on CISN.TV.
It has become something of a lost art, remembering someone's face, remembering a name. They're the building blocks of a strong, caring community. Can you think of anything else more important than that? We can't.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
And here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena. It's 29-18 North Union over Cascade, or 29-18, excuse me, North Union over Cascade at halftime. And joining us now is the head coach of the Grundy Center Spartans, who won the opener here in the semifinals in Class 2A today. Congratulations, Coach. You're into the state championship game.
Thank you. Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah. And I'm kind of thinking I'm not too smart, but I figured out your strategy there was to pack that defense in down low and keep their post from getting the ball, right?
Well, they're three girls, so very good, and Sudman, Chapman, and Deitzler, and we had to do a good job of defending those girls, and, it was a similar plan of what we executed today of what we needed to do in our regional final game. The only problem was that Trainer was much bigger. Yeah. And so, but we were using those three, obviously, manned up, and it's still man. We were just really in great help defense with the other two.
And they tried to adjust, and they brought out and trying to do something at the free throw line with handing off. But I see you adjusted to that too, and then we're jumping out on that second handoff.
Yeah, we just needed to hedge that better. But that poses some things that they were trying to attack us and get us into foul trouble a little bit. And one of those drives, Brooke ended up getting a foul on one of those, but nevertheless, we were able to weather that storm too a little bit. It's just one of those things when you're facing great teams. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Everybody's always trying to answer anyway.
Trying to get it. Yeah, I mean, you had 5 more turnovers, but you had 8 more rebounds, and that kind of changed the tide a little bit there too, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, number one for us today, our goal was you had to break their press and not turn the ball over. Well, we're really close to having too many. But really proud of how our girls just persevered and were able to, other people got to step up. And then we were able to, the boards was the other thing. And that's sometimes when you're trying to front somebody in the post and so forth, you got to have great help on the backside so that you're not giving up rebounding. Just really proud of how tough our girls played and just executed our game plan perfectly.
And then Brooke Flatter got in a little bit of foul trouble, and you took her out a little bit, but then seemed like the other girls stepped up too, and he didn't give up too much of that rebounding advantage.
Yeah. Brooke Flatter got into a little bit of foul trouble, and she, it's that fine line. We couldn't have her out too long, but once again, so proud of her how she was able to work through that and still be tough on the boards down here when we needed to, and then she had a nice, she scored on a play there late in the fourth on the low block. Yeah. And her free throw after the timeout, I think, just really says how mentally tough she is to come out of that timeout, hit that big free throw, and stretch the lead to 3 at least.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Free throws, her percentage is about 50, I think, and she missed that first one, but then came out, as you said, shook it off, and that shows a little nerves there when you come out and then you hit it, because like you say, that made it 3. If you make it 2, then it's a little easier for them coming down the floor. When it's a 3, then you got to kind of work it and get that 3, don't you?
Right, that's what we talked about at the timeout. It's like Brooke's going to make this third, this free throw. Now it's a 3-point game, and now it changes what we've got to do defensively. Whether they're going to go set ball screens for Sudman or Chapman, change what we had to do, because 2-point game, they're probably driving to the basket, go tie it up. It's a much higher percentage shot.
So what's the plan from the rest of the day here?
Well, we will watch the rest of this semifinal game. Once again, go back to the drawing board and put our game plan together. And girls got to rest. Like Haley played 32 minutes. Maddie and Sid don't get enough credit for all the work that they do. They've always, all year long, they're taking trying to take away the top 2 girls that we're going against. And the job that Maddie did again tonight, the other night she had Mary Crompton. You don't see that on the stat sheet. So the job that they did today, Sydney on Deichler and fronting her and just being tough, as well as, everybody else stepping up and being help defense, doing what we asked them to do, and they did a great job.
So are you staying down here, or you go back home? Or
Nope, we're staying here.
Staying
Yep,
here?
we'll have a walkthrough in the morning and get prepared. The big thing now is you got to rest. You're not going to do too many things. Our girls are very confident in what we do. We know we're going to face a very good opponent, whoever this is going to be, whether it's Cascade or North Union. And, hey, it's every girl's dream to be able to play in the state championship, and we made it one step closer today to be able to do that.
That's the game you want to end the season on every year. Yep. It's not always easy to get there and do that, but you've done it, Coach, and congratulations to you and your squad. And tomorrow night on IPTV, people can watch. I know a lot of people came down from the Center, Grundy County, were here watching anyway, so whoever was left back can watch it there. But a good crowd here today, too.
We've got great fan support all year long. I know, though, it'll be even whiter tomorrow night here. We've had a whiteout the last 2, so just really proud. And then, Kim Van Dies is inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
how fitting we get to play in the state championship game, and Kim's getting inducted. It's really special.
Okay, Coach Matt Lindeman here at Grundy Center. We'll take a break and come back with the second half here, this second semifinal after this on CISN.TV.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me.
Because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology.
They work around our hectic schedules. They're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows.
Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology. Our focus is your good health.
The value of staying active cannot be overlooked in our lives or our young athletes. However, high-intensity workouts come with the risk of injury. If you or your child have sustained a sports injury, Select Physical Therapy in conjunction with Iowa Ortho are here to help with 2 convenient walk-in locations.
From diagnosis through recovery, you'll be put directly into the hands of experts who will evaluate and treat your sports-related injury.
Call us today for an evaluation.
Spring has arrived at the all-new Fireplace Superstore. Drop in and check out all the new 2017 patio furniture. At Fireplace Superstore, you will find Central Iowa's most complete outdoor furniture selection for your deck and patio, including gas and charcoal grills, fire pits, and wicker furniture. Get in on the early spring savings going on now. Fireplace Superstore has been creating your outdoor style for over 35 years. Fireplace Superstore just west of Homeacres on Douglas in Urbandale.
Welcome back courtside at Wells Fargo Arena. Darn Danielson with you here alongside Andy Pollock. As at halftime it's North Union 29, Cascade 18. And North Union shooting a pretty good percentage, 41.4, 4 of 3 from three-point range. Cascade 23.1 and 1 of 11 from three-point range. And talked about it at the start, Andy, the Cascade without one of their star players and the starter, and they started out strong, and then North Union kind of came at them, so they're going to have to make some halftime adjustments here.
And really what I see is a huge difference in this game right now, and that's where Ruggeberg's presence is known, or not known, I guess, as it is at this point, is that you've got North Union with 23 rebounds and 7 of those on the offensive end. You've got Cascade with only 15 rebounds right now, and North Union really doing a nice job on the glass. You know, North Union has done a lot of this with Chloe Lofstrom on the bench. She got 2 quick fouls, and then she had 7 points to start off this game, and she got 2 quick fouls, and she's been on the bench as well. But, you know, Cascade, they're getting the opportunities from three-point land. They've not been able to hit them. North Union towards the tail end of that second corner steps up, hits a couple three-pointers. I think that's what's led to this this break in the score that you have right now.
Yeah, Simon had a few looks and just a little short there. She hit the first one, and then a few that are a little short. So, and you talked about the rebounding advantage there, 23-15. So 8 rebounds, turnovers here.
Very clean.
Yeah, very clean. 5 to 3. So 8 turnovers and a half is pretty good.
And 2 very good defensive teams. So to be able, you know, both teams are doing a good job of possessing the basketball, valuing the possession, valuing each time they have it. And you haven't seen a lot of shots. They're like, oh no, that's not a good look. There's been good looks. Just teams not able to capitalize right now.
Interesting, Matt Lindeman trying to be cool, calm, and collected there. But you can tell he's excited. But as a coach, you can't get overexcited, can you? You got to, because you got to start thinking about the next game. And for Grundy Center there.
For sure, yeah, and I've known Matt for a long time. It's great to see him have the success right now. I was telling him before too. Said you're proof right now that you can go from coaching football to coaching girls basketball. He's a longtime football coach at IGHSAU, Ackley, Geneva, Wellsburg, Steamboat Rock up there as well. So there's proof it can be done. You can go from football to girls basketball.
So let's talk a little bit about that Cascade. Coach Gonzo, what's he saying in the halftime, or what did he say to his players?
And Mike's preached toughness. He's got tough girls out there. We've seen that out of them. They do a very nice job of not being phased. And I think that second quarter rattled them a little bit. I thought they came out all right, but really thought they got rattled as North Union hit some shots. So just a chance to calm down. Let's go out and play our game if you're Cascade right now. They just haven't seen them getting any sort of flow offensively.
We talked about North Union. Maybe, they might ease up a little, thinking, well, they don't have their best player. But no, they've come right out and they've played their game and gone right at it, haven't they?
They have, and their best player, Chloe Lofstrom, like I mentioned, she's been on the bench, and they've done a really nice job adjusting without her. I love watching Chloe play. She's really good around the basket, very strong in there. She's almost 6 foot tall and handles the ball very well in there as well. So, and then you see them hit some three-point shots, and that's what they're going to have to do. North Union, they're going to have more of those opportunities in the second half.
Well, Cascade got in the bonus, but the fouls really spread out for North Union over 5 players, 2 for Chloe Lostrom and 2 for Samantha Hagedorn, so no real big foul trouble there, and just 3 fouls in the first half on Cascade. Not a lot of fouls really called in this ball game either.
Yeah, and those 2 fouls on Lofstrom wouldn't have been that big a deal if they wouldn't have happened in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah,
that's why she had to sit on the bench for the bulk of that first half.
Well, the little extended halftime here as they're winding down, and we're ready to go back to the court here in just a second. And we've seen this third quarters and getting the start is big, and I think that'll be key here for Cascade.
Well, and one thing we've seen, every team has come out with a concerted effort of the halftime break to get the ball to their best player. And some teams have tried too hard, other teams have let it happen naturally. So we'll see who can make that first adjustment here in the third quarter.
Okay, there's the horn to sound to start the second half, and it'll be Cascade with the ball, trailing here by 11. As the winner goes on to meet Grundy Center tomorrow night at 5 o'clock in the 2A championship matchup, and then we'll have the 2A set and then 1A coming up. 2 1A semifinal games remain.
Everything in reverse this year at the Girls State Tournament.
Yep, looks like McDermott, Ryan, Simon, Trum, and Walter back in there, the starters. And the drive right away up and good is Rachel Trum for Cascade, and she's got 9 points.
No one from North Union came to challenge her. Give Trum credit. She recognized that and had a nice path to the basket.
Now here's North Union. Inside, up, and man, how did she get that to go? Haley Reese.
Awkward looking shot for Reese, kind of over the top of her head really as she put it at the basket. But, just a really nice soft touch though to get it off the glass.
And so she answers right away. And a drive again there.
Everyone's kind of backing off Trum. And she's like, hey, if you're going to do that, I'll step right up and hit these shots. And, we saw her go for 10 and 10 in that first round game, and she's stepping up here.
So exchange of baskets, and then now Cascade gets it and comes down again. A chance to cut into this lead even more here in the early going of this one.
They're trying to get it to Trum in that high post.
Welter with it. No, knocked away, but keep possession. Back out. And drive into that zone and get it to Trum. And she drives again, this time almost made a acrobatic shot with the left hand to get it up and through.
Again, almost a carbon copy just from the other side. Not able to quite get enough on it with her left hand.
Hagedorn, Anderson, Lofstrom, Reese, and Anderson in there. The starters again for North Union.
Had a lot of directions here.
Yeah, at the end of the week, all the Norths and Souths run together, but rebound back to Cascade.
Have we had any East or West here this week? I'm trying to remember if
I don't think we have. Iowa City West. They're in the title game in 5A. There's a rebound from, kicks it back out, and a trip and a stumble, and she gets it back and it'll go out of bounds.
You saw the strength of Nicole McDermott there, able to just go up there and rip that ball out of there. She's not a tall gal in there, able to get it out.
And a 30-second timeout. And we'll take a quick break here and be back with more on CISN.TV.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Back at Wells Fargo, 31-22 North Union with the lead, and they'll get the ball with 5:48 to play here in the third quarter. Winner looking to advance to the state title game tomorrow night.
Chance for Cascade to get back into their full court pressure defense.
Bruggeman takes it through the middle, or Hagedorn, through the middle.
You've kept a lot of names straight this week, Dar. I got to give you some credit there. I can't even keep my daughter's name straight, so.
In the post, turnaround, runner is good.
Lofstrom getting herself involved back in the game. That's a nice looking shot.
Yeah,
spinning
beautiful.
around to her left with a right-handed baby hook.
So back up to 11 here. Cascade unable to chip away in the early first 3 minutes here of the third quarter in that lead. Now back out for three, no good. Rebound battled for, put back up and good. And Rachel Trum has all 6 points here for Cascade in the third quarter.
You wondered what Coach Sconza might have said to his team at the halftime break. I'm pretty sure he talked to Rachel Trum because it's been all her for Cascade, playing with a little extra pep in her step in this second half.
Yeah, said somebody's got to step up, and so far she's done it. Baseline jumper, short rebound, comes off to Trum.
Great box out by Jordan Simon. Another emphasis is let's get on the boards if you're Cascade. You've seen the Warriors do such a great job of that in the first half.
Outside to McDermott, left side Simon. And being patient here against this zone on the drive. Runner short, and man, looks like she got hit on the rebound there. She pulls it out though.
Ryan fights for everything in there.
Simon for three, good that time. The Shields 3-point play.
Simon spotted it up, and she, like I said, she had a lot of chances to do that in the first half, and now she drains her first opportunity of the second. Warriors going to have to hit a shot here. They've got Cascade on a little bit of a run.
33-27, down to 6, and there's a three the other way.
Anderson stepping up, yep. She's got 8 so far on the day, and a couple big three-pointers for Brianna.
Another Shields 3-point play. So down to 6. But They answer right away. We get it back up to 9. They're being patient here. They're just working that zone, aren't they? Back out for 3. Good by Welter.
Welter, got the start today. And she's played well. She's hit a couple big shots at both the beginning of the game and the beginning of the second half here.
Fake. Now we'll get it up top to Hagedorn. Lob down on the baseline. Welter in there. Oh, that one almost went. She gets fouled. Reese does.
Yeah, and she hit the ground hard, but Simon there to help her up.
Welter, her first and the first team foul of the second half here.
Cascade's got to figure out a way to get Annie Ryan involved in this game as well right now. She's been flustered shooting a little bit out there. But they've identified her as a shooter. North Union done an excellent job defensively on her.
So Reese, it's first free throw. We'll get one more here.
If there's anyone that can shoot Cascade back into this game, it's her.
And this is the second. Lead to 7. Here's a 3. Good! And Ryan.
There she is in the corner. It created a little bit by McDermott's penetration, and here's Cascade back in the ball game.
You trade a 3 for 1 that time down the floor and cut the lead to 4.
Through North Union, just be patient, get yourself a good shot.
And there's a block on the 3 by Ryan. Cascade, a little momentum going their way now. Baseline, throw it in the middle. Nobody there, though. She kind of got no man's land and nowhere to go with it.
Ryan, like you said, she just got caught up in the air. Nothing to do with it. You get North Union, just work yourself for a good shot here.
Lostrom over to
Don't get
Anderson.
caught up in the emotions of the game right now.
Working inside to the post, decides not to go there. They'll throw it over the top. Now back inside and out.
Good rotation.
Yep. Being patient against the double team, and the shot is off. Long slapped out of there. Look out, Peter.
If we're out of focus the next time we come on camera, we'll know why.
Just hit our camera there, but
just making sure he's
that's the
awake.
most balls we've had over here at our location here at half court in all the games I've done.
I was just complaining I had no souvenirs so far for this entire tournament. And
yeah, but the official wouldn't let you keep that one you caught, would he?
no, he gave me a dirty look. I think he thought I was telling him something else.
Yeah, and blocked away. Welter comes away with it. So Cascade stepping up the defense a little bit, Andy.
Yes, they are. It's that defensive pressure that's really gotten them and created some looks here on the other end as well. Just give them a little extra spark.
And Welter drives through. They're going to call the block instead of the charge. And
I think he might have thought that Welter got pushed from behind a little bit too. I know he's going to get
McClellan with a foul.
Yep, for the foul there, but I'm pretty sure that she might have got pushed from behind a little bit as well. I think it's the right call.
Her second, team's first, and McClellan opened her mouth and said, "What?" Welter to the line for 2.
This has been a very well officiated game so far.
Spins out.
You barely notice they're out there.
Yeah, it really has.
That's about all you can ask for right now. They let the players be the stars of this one. And the game's going fast, too.
Yeah, there's really not been a lot of, walks or turnovers on that, as far as that goes either. Welter was second free throw. Lefty hits it there. And now it's down to 3. Timeout Cascade. They're going to talk it over here as they cut the lead down from 9. We'll take a break and be back with more after this on CISN.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
Here at Wells Fargo Arena, the ever popular dance cam.
They always got to have it at lunch.
Yeah, I know. And then we get this game and my stomach's starting to grumble a little bit. But anyway, it was an 11-point lead at the half, and Cascade, Andy, has slowly chipped away at it on defense. here and got it down to 3 now.
And they've really shot themselves back into the game as well. They've rebounded a lot better. Two things they didn't do well in the first half, rebounding and shooting, and they've fixed that at halftime.
So North Union will have the ball and come up. Anderson over, gets it back.
So you can hit a big shot for North Union here.
Inside. Lefty goes up, no good, and then it's jump ball, I believe, which will stay with North Union.
A lot of hands in there as Lofstrom. I mean, she's identified as the one right now for North Union. A lot of hands on her as she comes into the lane.
Got tied up in there. Cross runner, no good, and rebound pulled down, and Hagedorn a little bit of a wild shot there. And now here comes Cascade. Inside pass, now back out. Dolphin to Welter.
Dolphins had a lot of minutes today.
Here's a 3, no good. That would have tied it, and the rebound comes off to Lofstrom, Chloe Lofstrom.
Lofstrom with 7 rebounds so far in this one, and that's with playing very limited minutes.
5'11" sophomore. Final 30 seconds here of the third quarter.
Good defense there.
Yep. Cut off the baseline. Back outside for 3. Good! Hagedorn couldn't go baseline, so she goes outside and gets the 3.
And that's a huge shot to kill this rally that Cascade's been on by Hagedorn. Just a step back 3, calmly drains it.
Dolphin. Rotated down, Simon. Outside. Into Dolphin, 2 seconds, drives, in and out of the basket, and that's the way the third quarter will end. But they've cut it from 11-point lead down to 6, almost cut it in half here. We'll be back with the fourth quarter to see who advances in the state title game after this on CISN.TV.
It has become something of a lost art. Remembering someone's face. Remembering a name. They're the building blocks of a strong, caring community. Can you think of anything else more important than that? We can't.
I opened the Hearing Clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
Just the opportunities I've had, the people I've met, I couldn't have imagined a better college experience. The professor gets to know you really quickly. I know that people know who I am and that they care about me. With the opportunities I have here, I'm going to be able to succeed. Now I just feel like I can do anything. I don't know, just the opportunities.
At Wells Fargo Arena, 8 minutes left, barring any overtime action here, and Cascade has cut what had been 11-point time lead down, outscoring North Union 16-11. Andy Pollock in that third quarter.
Yeah, and it was really them starting to shoot the ball a lot better. Those looks that they weren't hitting early on, they're hitting them now. So if they can get a couple more of those looks, Cascade has a good chance to get right back in this game.
Cascade starts with the ball here in the fourth quarter. Came down, had a look when it was tied at 3 to tie it. Now here's a 3, no good. Rebound comes out and taken down by Hagedorn.
Yeah, Ryan has just kind of struggled to find the range so far today, but she warms up here, look out.
Up top, rotated over to Anderson, now inside. Back out. Hagedorn will drive, gets it stripped away by Ann Ryan.
It's one of the first times they've tried to dribble through that zone instead of passing their way around it, and it didn't work out so well for them.
McDermott over to Simon, in the block. Fake. Oh, nice fake, but couldn't get it to go. Trum.
We're going to hear a lot about Chloe Lofstrom over the next 2 years.
Trum had a big third quarter for him with 6 points. All 6 of her 8 points coming in the third. Knocked away. There she gets it on defense. And McDermott running down, almost gets her pocket picked a couple times there, but now keeps with it, goes in and shoots it off. No good. Rebound.
That's one of the rare times we see Nicole McDermott where you feel like she's out of control. There are other times she just feels like she's got such a handle on what's going on and got a little ahead of herself on that one.
Cascade, I think, trying to push it a little bit in this fourth quarter to get a little run to start to kind of pull back even.
Which you can certainly understand why.
And we talked about at the start, Ruggeberg is out for Cascade today as the shot is off, no good. And we don't know why, but she's on the bench in street clothes. But Cascade so far is playing well. Here's Simon, 3! A perfect arc, the Shields three-point play.
Might have been the first time we see a little smile on the face of Jordan Simon today. She's feeling better about that one.
And she hit one early and then kind of went a little cold shooting them short.
Every time that Cascade has hit a big shot, North Union gets themselves back into it with a big shot of their own.
And Simon with the rebound. Here comes McDermott. Now a three-point lead for North Union. The drive, pull up, McDermott, good from the elbow.
Back to the control that we expect to see out of Nicole.
5-0 run to start the fourth quarter. It's a one-point ball game.
If you're North Union here, you just relax. The girls look a little tense right now. Just relax.
Yeah, just go back to what you're doing. Inside, back out. Fake and shot up, no good. Rebound, and Cascade's getting to every ball quicker, aren't they?
You've really felt the momentum shift over to the other side of the court here in this second half. Here's a look.
Simon says 3, no, it's not gonna go. But the rebound. And then a foul inside.
Nicole McDermott just continues to create, and Coach Sconza over there for Cascade. Man, he is pumped up right now. That guy looks like me coaching football. He is jacked and ready to go.
Anderson with the foul, the second on North Union. And Simon almost had back-to-back threes that would have given them the lead. But to get the ball back. Driving, up and through, can't get it to go. Rebound, put back up, and good by Rachel Trum.
Is this the first lead for Cascade from the very beginning today?
And they've got a 1-point lead all the way back from 11 down. There's timeout on the floor. 4:47 to play. Back with more after this on CISN.TV.
And here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. This is Iowa, and here we don't just...
The Des Moines area is starting to buy trucks at Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Up to $13,000 off MSRP. Select new 17 Ford F-150s. And up to $8,500 off MSRP. Select new 17 Super Duties. Schottenkirk Ford, the truck stop. Up to $13,000 off select new F-150s. Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. The truck stops here. Schottenkirk Ford.
Here at Wells Fargo Arena, Cascade is come roaring back here to outscore North Union 7-0 to start the fourth quarter and take a 1-point lead. And North Union offense just kind of out of sync.
Yeah, they just look flustered down there right now. Here's the one you want the ball in her hands.
And knocked away, scramble for it, and it's going to stay with North Union as Cascade pleading for it, but McDermott couldn't quite run it down in the corner. And
just so physical out here today, and the refs letting it go, very consistent. Only 3 total fouls called in the second half, but there has not been any lack of contact.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. That could be big as we come down to a close ball game with just 2 fouls on North Union, 1 on Cascade. Here's the fake, the drive, the pull up, off the glass, the bank is open.
That's a clutch shot for Hagedorn right there. She got her defender in the air, maybe lost a little bit going up, but dead on for Samantha.
So almost halfway through the fourth quarter, North Union finally gets on the board and they take a 1-point lead. And the rebound now, Hagedorn, she's looking around, doesn't want to get stripped from behind, and that was smart.
Hagedorn coming up big here in the latter stages of this one.
Well, that maybe will settle North Union down as they take the lead back.
They really needed that shot from her there.
Inside, rolls out, no good, and Simon pulls down the rebound for Cascade. Loses the headband, so we'll stop and get a...
necessary equipment.
Yeah.
Got to keep that hair out of your eyes. Hey, with 4 daughters, I'll tell you this, I never realized as a bald guy, but a headband is very necessary when you're on the court.
I tell you what, I ref a lot of soccer games with girls, and I find more of those headbands fall on and they hand them back, but here we go. Cascade coming back now, trailing by 1. 3.5 minutes to play for a trip to the state title game. McDermott feints in the lane now over to Ryan. Across to... and shot up a good, the 3!
I mentioned Annie Ryan's name early on as someone who's going to have to hit some big shots, and she has come to play in this second half.
Almost lulled me to sleep there as they kind of throw it around and then over to Ryan for the Shields 3-point play.
And just a great job of getting it to her where she could shoot it. She didn't have to adjust at all. And then Simon, by the player of the game for Cascade.
And here comes McDermott. She'll take it in, kick it out for 3. No good. A rebound comes off to Hagedorn. She throws it up ahead to Anderson. Lobbed inside and almost stripped out of there. Back over to
Oh, good pass.
Yeah. Lofstrom in the bucket up and good.
And, that interior passing is something we've not seen much from the Warriors there, and that was a great look by Chloe Lofstrom.
We're tied up. 44 all. We'll see Cascade be patient now. McAmeal in the ball game here for Cascade.
The run for Cascade started the second half when they could get the ball right here at the high post to Trum.
And now it's tied up, and that'll be North Union's ball as they tied up Trum.
As Trum drove and created a couple looks for herself to start that second half, it opened up some other looks for Cascade.
Welter got a rest. She's back in. She got the start today in place of Ruggeberg.
What a story.
And McAmeal, good job for her off the bench to give a little rest to Welter. So hang on, the final 2:04, folks. We're tied up.
And I told you before in the pregame, it almost feels like North Union, this may be destiny for them. They've been in a lot of close games here as of late. They know exactly how to handle themselves.
And Cascade would like to write the other story, a player down and they advance to the title game. We don't know what Ruggeberg's status would be for that yet, but let's finish this one first and then we'll worry about all that later. It's North Union going to just hold it out there a little bit.
We've seen this before. No shot clock, gonna let it go.
And some people say this is the reason you need a shot clock. I don't think so. I'm not for it, but anyway.
It puts a lot more pressure on the defense, that's for sure.
But then here, like there.
And that's all right. I mean, that's not gonna hurt anything.
Not gonna hurt. That's just a second team foul on Cascade.
That really doesn't change anything in this game right now for either team.
No. And Ryan, her second and the second team foul.
I would guess we'll get a timeout here called sometime around 30 seconds.
Yeah,
that was almost an over and back.
2 team fouls here. And
if you're Cascade, you don't want to extend your defense too much. North Union will get you right away. They will get that cut to the hoop.
Under a minute now to play. Tie ball game.
You can foul. You can be aggressive going for a ball here.
Yeah, they have fouls to give.
Yeah.
And it might be, too, if it comes down to that shot. If somebody gets a breakaway, you want to foul them on the floor before they're going up. And timeout called by North Union. 39.7 seconds to play. We'll keep it right here. Let's talk a little strategy for both sides, Andy.
Well, I think I'll start with North Union right now. The way that Cascade has extended their defense out, you can get yourself a cheap look. You may be able to lull them into thinking you're going to wait till the end. Don't pass up a good chance at a shot. You don't get a whole lot of great chances at a shot in the last 40 seconds of a ball game. So if you get one, take it. If you're Cascade, there's nothing that says you can't be super aggressive on defense right now. The way this game has been called, with the fouls that you have to give, get out there, extend your defense, and really be aggressive going after the steal.
Especially up high. If you can poke it away up high and get down the floor and get a breakaway, you got 5 fouls to give before you're putting them in there. The thing you don't want to do is say get a back cut. If you foul them, make sure that ball doesn't go up.
Sure.
Or you foul them before they get the shot off, because then they go to the line.
Couple great coaches here, Mike Sconza for Cascade Cougars and Merle Tigas for North Union, guys with a lot of wins. They know what they're doing.
So Kate Anderson will inbound it for North Union. They're in the dark uniforms. On the screen, the Warriors and the Cascade Cougars. They get it in.
I think that's exactly what they were told. Be aggressive going after the steal.
Anderson, they go to man here now, don't they?
Yeah, they are. That's interesting. Yeah. It's very interesting.
Kind of sagging man-to-man, but coming out. They're going to
making Ryan go back and forth, working her hard right now.
Haley Reese.
Look out.
8 seconds, 7. Throw it over the top to Hagedorn. Across the middle. Oh, and it's a tie-up, or is there a foul? Oh, there's a tie-up, and it'll go to Cascade, but there's 1.1 to play. So jump ball goes to Cascade with 1.1 to play.
So you hold the ball for the last 2 minutes, and then you don't even get a shot off. I mean, how bad do you have to feel right now if you're North Union? You've had that opportunity to do it. You got Cascade into a man-to-man defense, something they're not comfortable with, and you're not able to get a shot off.
A full timeout, so we'll take a break. Stick with us. The 1.1 seconds coming up here in regulation after this on CISN.TV.
Community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years.
Is this your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
At Wells Fargo, the 2A semifinal, 1.1 seconds to play. Cascade will inbound. Have to go the length of the floor. They have 3 timeouts. North Union 1, 2 fouls on each team.
Interesting. They put Lofstrom on the ball down here, and they've just brought in
Haley Hannon
to trigger it.
To throw it in. A long pass out there. Caught. Shot! It would have went. It goes off the side of the bucket. That would have counted. But it goes off the side of the bucket, and we're going to overtime. Cascade outscores North Union 10-4 in the fourth quarter to tie it up after trailing by 11 at the half. We'll take a break, come back with the overtime after this on CISN.TV.
Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This is
Pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
We got a classic going on here in the 2A semifinal. Dar Danielson with you as it's 44-44 Cascade and North Union. Cascade a 10-4 fourth quarter to tie this up. Andy Pollock alongside me as we get ready to jump. And Cascade will control the tip. And Andy, it's almost like another fourth quarter with half of the fourth quarter with both teams just two team fouls here.
Yeah, there's a lot of game to be played here.
Advantage in timeouts to Cascade 4-2. They're with the ball there in the white. Brian gets it over to McDermott. Back outside Simon, pull up baseline jumper, off long, rebound, battled for, still battled for, he saves it to Welter, bounce pass inside, up and good, McDermott.
Rachel Trum, I've said her name a bunch, but she was the one that extended that play. On the ground, was able to kick it out. Some great ball movement from Cascade before they got it down low to McDermott.
Inside, knocked around, and spinner and goes. How did she get out of the defense? Haley Reese.
Great touch by Haley Reese. I mean, there's chaos under the basket, and she was able to get that in.
46 all, tied again. Three-pointer away, rolls out, comes back to Welter. Out for three, no good, long rebound taken down by Anderson for North Union.
I think the west side of Wells Fargo Arena would have collapsed if Annie Ryan would have hit that shot.
Inside, now down on the baseline, up and good by Lofstrom.
And Chloe Lofstrom played through a lot of contact to get that basket. Some more great interior passing by North Union.
Advantage now North Union by 2. Up top, McDermott will drive, runner, good off the glass.
And we've said it time and time again, but she is so good, Nicole McDermott. The strength to get to the hole, but the finesse to finish. A great kiss off the glass.
Hagedorn with it, into the post, up and blocked. Rebound, or the block comes off to Trum. Here comes Cascade.
A couple great basketball games this morning in Class 2A to sit through.
Grundy Center advance. They're waiting to see who wins this one for the title matchup tomorrow night at 5 on Iowa Public TV. There's a drive, kick out for three, short. Rebound comes off though, and man, it came off so quick that McDermott just couldn't handle it.
North Union has to identify Jordan Simon in the corner. She's their sniper out there right now. They have to know where she is on the court.
Minute and a half to play in overtime.
We've seen this before.
Yeah, they pulled it out in the fourth quarter about the same amount of time, and they ended up not getting a shot off.
Here's another situation. If you're Cascade, come out, extend your defense a little bit.
And again, there's just 2 team fouls on each team, so they can afford to foul if they have to jump a pass here. Hagedorn for three, no good. Rebound, far side.
That's what you want. If you're North Union, that's a great look.
Yeah, it was a great shot. They hit that, and now under a minute to play. Trum with the rebound. Timeout called. Cascade. 48 all here in overtime. Let's take a break. Full timeout. We'll take a break. Be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Price event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. New 18 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power price. $99 per month lease. $99 per month. New 18 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. $219 per month lease. 18 Equinox. $199 per month lease. New 18 Cruise LTs. $18,790. Hurry in for best selection. The Power Price event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
58 seconds to go in the overtime here in the Class 2A semifinal. The winner advances to the championship game tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Guard Danielson, Andy Pollock, Cascade. Coach Sconza took a timeout. What's he talking about in the timeout, Andy?
I think you'll see Cascade probably try to hold for one here, and if they're going to identify if North Union decides to extend their defense, if you're North Union, you got to be careful, though. There's so many shooters on the court for Cascade. You got to know where all of them are, especially if you're going to be sitting in this zone.
Well, they came from 11 down at half to tie it up and go to overtime. Cascade did, and now with the ball and a chance to shoot for the winner.
A little talk back and forth here almost between McDermott and who is that out there? Anderson?
Yep.
And you can't come out and guard it. She's too quick off the dribble. You're not going to want to extend it out there. Here we go.
Well, North Union held it at the end of the fourth quarter and then didn't get a shot off. And Cascade with 1.1 came down and got a good look at the basket. It almost got the game winner at the buzzer. 15, 14. Timeout called by Sconza. We'll keep it right here. Let's reset it for you. That it's still 2 team fouls each and 3 timeouts. No, there will be 2 timeouts now for Cascade and 2 for North Union. But the key here is Cascade has the ball, Andy.
And if you're North Union right now, if you can somehow avoid letting the ball get in the hands of Nicole McDermott, that's where you give yourself the best chance. But if McDermott's going to be up there, be able to dribble it and set the clock at about 8 seconds, she'll probably start the play. But if she dribbles, look for her some sort of dribble and dish. And if no one gets in her way, we know that she can finish at the basket too.
It also seems like Simon, after she missed a few, they kind of forgot about her. And she had a good look over there that just missed short before, so you kind of want to watch her too because she's hit a couple threes. And
you've got McDermott on the floor that can shoot from 3. You've got Ryan on the floor that can shoot from 3, and you've got Simon on the floor that can shoot from 3. The X factor though in this second half has been Rachel Trum. So if you see McDermott able to drive, Trum's going to be the one that she might be looked to dish off to.
And the only way you're going to shoot a free throw is if you foul them in the act of shooting, because again, it's just 2 team fouls each here.
The odds of getting a foul call in this game right now, especially in this situation, not
very good.
The way the game's been called, there won't be much called.
Here we go, McDermott with it. Dribbles in. Oh, and a turnover. A miscommunication there. And it goes out of bounds to North Union.
It looked like Simon started to flash, and now the tables have completely turned.
Yeah. Simon started to go and came back, and she threw it over, and Ann Ryan wasn't expecting it. I think she thought Simon to come up and get it, and I think they were going to get it up to Simon and send McDermott through.
It looked like, and you saw it behind Simon back there was Ryan, and I almost wondered the pass was kind of thrown between the two. Ryan might have been flashing back for a 3 as well.
Okay, so here's another one we get into along with the shot clock discussion. You got only 2 team fouls. When do you foul here?
Right away.
Right away?
Right away. The second they start going up court, foul them. Make it less and less time to get up to run.
Make them take it back in because it takes you a couple seconds to get it in. Foul. Just make sure it's not a hard intentional foul that turns into shots. But so we'll see if that's the strategy now.
And now you've got a lot of shooters on the floor if you're North Union right now. You've got Reese out there who we've seen hit last second shots. You've got Lofstrom if they get it down low. Oh yeah, Anderson and Hagedorn, you have to know where they are too. So it's man, if you're North Union, you have to be feeling great about the situation you just found yourself in.
So a rare turnover in what's been a really clean ball game by both these teams here.
It really has. It really has a great, well-played basketball game here so far this afternoon.
Just 5 turnovers in the first half, 3 in the second. I don't know what the third is here. Here we go. They're going to throw it in, and look like they're trying to foul. Immediately driving down, across over, knocked away, taken away. 2 seconds, 1 second. She won't get a shot off. They had timeouts. They probably could have called one there.
Sconza was signaling. I looked immediately to him after they got the steal, and he was over there signaling timeout. But with all the action on this end of the court, it was tough for him to get that call. They would have had about 3 or 4 seconds to run a play.
So we're going to go to another overtime. We'll take a break and come back with that after this on CISN.TV.
People I've met, I couldn't have imagined a better college experience. The professor gets to know you really quickly. I know that people know who I am and that they care about me. With the opportunities I have here, I'm going to be able to succeed. Now I just feel like I can do anything. I don't know.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs.
We'll go to the second overtime here, and Lofstrom and Trum will step in to jump it up again here. And controlled by Cascade. And North Union's had a couple chances to win it at the end there. Unable to. Simon with it for Cascade.
Really not even able to get much of a look off for North Union.
Drive in the middle, kick outside. Oh, she looked at the three, but the defense came out quickly on that. Reese.
This defense has been outstanding too. Both teams both stayed pretty much exclusively with the 2-3 zone and really frustrated a lot of shooters.
McDermott drives, pops it. That's McDermott's key shot.
That's what she does.
Yep.
That's her in a nutshell. In that lane, that 12-foot jump shot, that is her. You get her in that 8 to 12 range, and she is deadly.
So how will they respond? North Union almost knocked away.
They got to get Lofstrom a touch.
Inside, up and no good. Rebound pulled down off the miss by Reese.
Just haven't seen the ball in Chloe Lofstrom's hands too much. They have to figure out a way to get it to her down low.
So another score here, and then you got to start thinking about fouling.
Yes, especially with the foul situation right now, with each team only having 2.
And they haven't really, I would say, extended the defense a lot, but bounce pass inside, now back out.
It's the first time in the last about 7 or 8 minutes that we've seen the team have the ball with a lead.
Simon misses the 3. Rebound taken down by North Union. I would have thought they would have milked a little more clock, but Simon had an open look there.
Yeah, you got to take those open looks when you have them. They've been few and far between in this game.
North Union trailing, knocked away, going high. It was Trum.
And that's not a pass you want to make. I mean, it's going to look like it's there all the whole time, but it's not. It's
it takes a long time when it's arcing like that.
Too much time for the defense to recover.
North Union in dark here with the ball. Trailing now by 2 in the second overtime. They had led by 11 at half, and Cascade came roaring back. Playing without Abby Ruggerberg, one of their starters, who's on the bench in street clothes. Hagedorn doesn't get it, misses. Simon on the rebound.
And that's not a bad shot.
Nope. So Cascade has 3 timeouts, North Union 2 here. They each got an extra one in the next overtime.
They're directed all over the court right now. You see them spread all over the place. This could really get North Union out of their comfort zone on defense too, having to extend their defense out here to the half court.
And like you said, you've been saying, the trouble is you don't want to get too extended and then you get somebody backdooring you, and there's a foul.
That's not a bad foul at all.
On Anderson.
You'd probably like to see that foul, though, when you're being more aggressive going after the steal.
The 3rd team foul there. And Anderson's first. Minute 29. Cascade moving it around here.
Both these teams so well coached. They know exactly where they want to get the ball.
Here's the 5 count and the foul.
That was close to a 5 count.
Yeah, they were starting the 5 count there, and then Anderson gets another foul. And team foul number 4. Man, it's rare you get down to the fourth quarter and you have teams with just a couple fouls like that. And then we go through 2 overtimes now and they're having the foul. So,
and we're really only down to 76 seconds left in this one, and they're still not in the bonus yet.
Anderson with her 2nd foul and the 5th team foul, so they got 2 more to give. Boy, that was dangerous into the backcourt, and then the foul by Anderson.
All right, now we get to the situation where the next one will be 1-1.
Yep. And North Union wants a timeout to talk over the strategy here with 1:16 left. We'll take a break. It's a full timeout. Back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
All you have to do is you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
Here we go. We're in the second overtime. Cascade has scored. North Union is not. Cascade has the ball. And there's the foul that will be number 7 and send Cascade to the line.
And that's your top free throw shooter for Cascade, McDermott. She shoots 79% on the year. There's others out there that you may want to foul. She's not one of them, and obviously Cascade knows you want the ball in her hands.
McDermott with 14 points. Oh, and she misses the front end of the 1-and-1.
So the strategy works for Coach Tigas.
Well, both these teams have had their chances as the clock's running down, but of course, a little tension here with the trip to the state title on the line, state title game.
You can be patient, but not too patient here if you're North Union as you trail by 2.
Oh, high over the top, Simon taps it away, and it goes to North Union.
Yeah, right in front of us, and we saw it. Simon tipped the ball just barely off of Anderson.
Yep. Yeah. And she right away pointed, they always do that, say, yeah, it's going our way, but that time the official said, yep, it did tip her hand.
That's a rough break for North Union.
So will they foul her? Yep, they did. They foul McDermott again, so chance maybe for her to redeem herself after missing the front end of the 1-and-1. But again, this is pressure-packed stuff. High school kids playing to get into the state title game, and it just magnifies here.
And we wondered who would step up today for Cascade. Jordan Simon and Rachel Trum, man, wow. Great days for those two.
Oh, misses another 1-and-1. So North Union again, the chance to come down and tie or take the lead here in the second overtime. Outside 3, no good. Rebound comes out long though. Stripped away and a foul. Wow.
That shot looked good.
It did look, I thought it was, yeah, it looked good. The arc right on the angle here to the basket. Team foul number 9, and now to the line is Ryan.
61, Annie Ryan, 61%.
And she misses the 1-and-1. And then a foul on the rebound, but that doesn't hurt Cascade because they've only got 2.
Cascade's trying to figure out what hit them right now. I mean, they shoot.
Missed 3 1-and-1s.
Yeah, they shoot almost 70% on the season. They miss the front end of 3.
Well, it's a big game. We'll just put it that way. Another full timeout. So let's just stay right here. 34.3 seconds to go, and plenty of time for North Union to come down. I mean, Andy, they had a good outside look, and the end of the fourth quarter, they went inside, got a block. Cascade's playing really good defense now, and again, they can afford to be aggressive with just 3 fouls. As long as they're not fouling in the act of shooting, a foul doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see Hagedorn. I think they've been pretty tentative on the penetration here lately. So I think Hagedorn maybe try to dribble her way in, maybe try to condense some things, kick out for the shot. They just haven't really had any opportunities. They haven't attacked nearly as much. That last couple minutes of the regulation really sent Union, I thought, more into preservation mode, North Union, into preservation mode, and not as much of attack mode as they were at earlier in the game.
We were tied 44 after regulation. Each team scored 4 in the first overtime. And then the second overtime here, Cascade has hit a bucket, but they've missed 3 straight 1-and-1 attempts to try to widen that lead. And now North Union will have the ball. They'll have to go the length of the floor. They have 34.3 seconds, though. Just 3 team fouls on Cascade, so they have some to give. The next North Union foul are in the double bonus.
They're trying to free up Hagedorn in the corner.
Side to the wing to Anderson. Inside, back out. Down on the block, turn around, good!
The strength of Chloe Lostrom to get that in.
Hits it. Back the other way, we're tied. Jumper McDermott off the glass, no good. And the bat put back up and taken. And then a foul with .5, which
we're going to go to triple overtime.
Yeah, I think we are.
We're headed to triple overtime.
Barring a miraculous catch and shoot, we're going to triples here.
This is like watching the same game on Tuesday. Chloe Lofstrom hits the bucket. On Tuesday, it was a free throw to go ahead. Today, she hits a bucket down here and then gets a huge rebound down here at the other end.
And so the clock winds down, and I had to go to the monitor because the officials were blocking us here to see it. Okay, we're going to triple overtime, folks. Tied to 50 apiece here to see who goes to meet Grundy Center tomorrow night in the 2A championship. We'll take a break. Back with more after this on CISN.TV.
The value of staying active cannot be overlooked in our lives or our young athletes. However, high-intensity workouts come with the risk of injury. If you or your child have sustained a sports injury, Select Physical Therapy in conjunction with Iowa Ortho are here to help with 2 convenient walk-in locations.
From diagnosis through recovery, you'll be put directly into the hands of experts who will evaluate and treat your sports-related injury.
Call us today for an evaluation.
It has become something of a lost art, remembering someone's face, remembering a name. They're the building blocks of a strong, caring community. Can you think of anything else more important than that? We can't.
Here we go, Trum and Lofstrom to jump it up again, the third overtime, and this time North Union controls the tap. Gar Danielson, Andy Pollock, we're tied in the third overtime here in the 2A semifinal, and the foul on the shot this time. I think was it Welty?
Every time, that's Lofstrom again. Every time that they've needed a big shot, North Union, they've gone in, and it's been had by Chloe Lofstrom. You know, the strategy that Coach Tigas used at the end of that regulation.
Misses a free throw. Welter was the foul. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that strategy that he used at the end of regulation, he knew they had fouls to give, went out, got aggressive, really made them have to shoot it. They could have won the game at the free throw line and not able to do it.
So Cascade missed 3 1-and-1s. Now North Union misses a 2-shot two free throws down the lane, up and good by Lofstrom. Trum, excuse me.
Yep. Yeah, and
other 22.
She's been the big one in the second half for Cascade.
52-50 Cascade. And they'll pull it out, North Union. Now inside, back out for 3, short, rebound, comes down to Cascade.
Great box out by Welter.
And just as we saw on the second overtime, Cascade, again with the ball at a 2-point lead. They got fouled and missed 3 1-and-1s in that second overtime that could have extended that lead almost to run out and steal. McDermott pull up. Good for 2.
When you allow Nicole McDermott to get anywhere inside that three-point line and she can shoot that ball in rhythm, she is just spot on. It's such a pretty stroke.
And that was the danger of the run out, as you got by her and give her room.
This is the first time we've seen a 2-possession game here in our 3 overtimes.
And back up top. Reese over there looking at the 3 was Anderson. Here's Hagedorn for 3!
This is like a heavyweight fight. The team's just exchanging blows back and forth.
1-point lead, the Shields 3-point play. Cascade up by 1 with the ball. Again, it'll be double bonus, any foul for North Union. Welter down the line, up and good!
Abby Welter called off the bench today to start in the place of Abby Ruggerberg, and so pretty with the left hand.
2 minutes to play, third overtime. Here's a 3, no good. Rebound comes off to Cascade. So now a big advantage here, a 3-point lead with the ball. Did you still, with the 3-point lead, then they gotta take that long shot.
They do. They've got to come out and extend that. Oh, wow.
Oh, a strip and a tie up. It'll stay with Cascade.
Jump ball called. Okay.
Yep, tie up called. And it'll stay with Cascade. Cascade has 4 timeouts, North Union just 1. 5 team fouls on Cascade, and North Union will be in the double bonus on the next foul. Well, Cascade will be in the double bonus.
Here's where you want the ball.
McDermott drives, kicks it out to Simon. Minute and a half. To Welter. She's done a great job getting the start here. Almost got a strip from behind by Hagedorn.
You notice they're keeping Trum away from the basketball. She's a 49% free throw shooter. They're just not even letting her touch the ball right now.
Now they foul Simon. Third on Hagedorn.
Simon, the sophomore, has been huge today for Cascade.
How often? Okay, here's the free throw. It's short. So she'll get one more. How often do you have a triple overtime and nobody's fouled out?
Right.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
It's been the way the game's gone today, though. I mean, just a very physical basketball game.
Big free throw here. Good. Hey, Simon.
That's big to get up 4 right now. Yep. I know it's a minute 18, and that's a lot of time, but in Iowa high school basketball, that minute 18 can go by in a flash.
Here we go. Hagedorn with it. Over in the wing. Anderson around the horn they go. Inside. Back out to Hagedorn. Dermott on her. Inside. Up top. Hagedorn for 3. It's short. Might have been partially blocked there by Ryan. And
nope, it's going to come back to Cascade.
I think that's what they're going to give it to Cascade? Okay. I thought for a minute, it looked like she might have got a finger on it and they might have given it back to North Union. But now Cascade will get it in, and they get the foul immediately.
That'll be 4 on Hagedorn.
Yep.
You'd be very aggressive going for the steal. You know, I'm not sure. An hour ago, that's a foul, but right now in the situation that they're in, it is. So,
Ann Ryan will step to the free throw line to shoot 2, and misses.
Down the clutch, Cascade just has not been able to hit their free throw, and it's team wide today. They could have put this game on ice back in the second overtime.
Second free throw, hits it. That's big. Now we got a 5-point game. Still time though, 52 seconds. North Union can go in and get it 2 quick if they can. Of course, that hasn't been easy against this defense. Lob underneath, up and off the basket. Lofstrom a little too far under there. Throw it out to Ann Ryan. She'll drill up ahead, and a foul.
Good recognition. They got another 5 seconds off the clock on that long pass down court to Ryan. You know, the one thing to both these teams has been what's been so much fun to watch is they're all on the same page. Offensively and defensively, the communication, everybody is a step ahead of everybody else. They know exactly where everyone else on the court will be.
Shooting 2. First one is good.
Cascade's got to feel pretty good about things right now.
Yeah, puts it up to 6 with 33.8 to go. Second one rattles out. North Union needs to score here quickly. Hagedorn over under drive. Anderson gets a block by Welter. And she gets fouled.
Welter, you know, we mentioned she's played plenty this season, but gets to start today in place of Ruggerberg. And there hasn't been much of a drop-off. Maybe at the very beginning we saw one, but once Cascade settled down, was able to, they started an 11-point hole this second half. Keep that in mind. They've been able to battle back, and it didn't all come at once. We didn't have that huge run. They've been able to gradually get back in the basketball game. A perfect game plan to get back in the game.
Welter, one more free throw here. And hits it. Makes it a 7-point lead. And Cascade is on the verge of an improbable victory here.
Wow.
One of their stars out. Now to get a 3 off pretty quick here. There's a 2 off the backboard. Welter brings the rebound down and is fouled with 6.2 to play. Well, North Union is going to fall here, but they're going to have one heck of a story to tell, Andy.
This is the whole path to get to this point. They had some opportunities here tonight as well, and just you know, it was interesting at the end of regulation. no one could quite make that play, but man, once we got to overtime, it's been play after play after play made by these teams. Welter just had her 10th rebound of the day.
And that's her 10th point right there for Welter.
Double for her, the sophomore, getting the start today.
And the good news, in my contract, when we go to 3 overtimes, I get paid double.
I'm just hoping to get some of these Oreos that they toss out at some point. I'm done. This is my last game of the tournament, so.
Here you go.
There we go. Someone hooked me up. How about
Peter
that?
did. He takes care of us.
All right.
And now getting some of the other players in here as it's all but decided for Cascade.
What an emotional win for Coach Scons and the Cougars.
Robin, take us in.
Now the challenge will be quickly to regroup and get ready to go for the Grundy Center Spartans tomorrow night.
Yeah, and we don't know what Ruggerberg's status will be in that. We'll have to find out. Be watching our Facebook page for interviews from the coach afterwards. And there's the free throw.
And a huge fist pump of relief from Mike Scons over there. And a huge Abby Welter just gets bombarded as she goes over onto the bench. That's awesome to see.
9-point lead, and the North Union will bring it up. And that'll do it. 3 overtimes, 62-53. Cascade will advance to meet Grundy Center tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Wow.
Gonna have to catch my breath after that one. That was quite the ball game. I mean, the 3 overtimes doesn't even give it justice. The way that, first of all, the way that Cascade was able to come back after a big lead from the Warriors, but then, you know, the Warriors battling back as they trailed in that second overtime. They were able to come back in the game. I mean, just a back and forth. What a fun game. I was just complaining a little bit earlier. I haven't had a whole lot of great games to have in this tournament. We more than made up for it today.
Yeah, this one was a good one to finish it up in 2A. We'll have the 1A semifinals coming up, and we'll go and see the North Union get their trophy here. As again, they're going to have a great story to tell about this tournament run in 2018.
To the court for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving plaques, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU, Archie Berger and Derry Ross. Congratulations to head coach Merle Tigas and the Warriors from North Union on an outstanding basketball season and an incredible ball game we just witnessed. Hey, Cascade fans, your team advances to the finals Saturday at 5 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we thank you for
And a couple final words here, Andy, before we wrap this one up. What do you see there in the stats?
Well, one of the biggest things, I think we talked to that rebound disparity in the first half. Throughout the 3 overtimes, then Cascade was able to battle back. They ended up out-rebounding North Union for the game, 46-44. Another big thing, though, right now, what a cleanly played game. I mean, we played not only the 32 minutes of regulation, we played an extra 12 minutes overtime. Between the 2 teams, only 17 total turnovers. That's pretty incredible. And how about Abby Welter for Cascade today? I almost said coming off the bench. It wasn't that she came off the bench.
No,
she got the start today, and Welter goes for 10 and 10. I mean, an outstanding story for her. Your heart goes out to the Warriors of North Union today. An incredible story they've had to get to this point. Played their hearts out. They're thanking their awesome fans. How about all that green that we've seen here at the state tournament?
Right. Nice job, my friend.
It's been fun, huh?
That's going to wrap it up for us. The 1A coming up, Springville, Exira, Elkhorn, Kimballton. That's coming up here in just a little bit. The final here in 3 overtime, 62-53. Cascade advances to the 2A title game tomorrow night on IPTV at 5 o'clock. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching our live coverage of the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament on the Central Iowa Sports Network. You can check CISN.TV for a replay of this game. The free coverage of today's game was presented by Mid-American Energy, Schottenkirk Chevy of Waukee, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottlers, and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union.
And there's the travel. I expect Riley Jacobs.